What's up, everybody? Brian Engelman here with the New American Media. I want to share a couple of quick things with you. Trying to get you at least a video a day, getting back into the routine, getting into the rhythm of stuff. It takes a minute, but we're working on it. I want to say that you need to be following us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter because the memes, the memes of this CNN thing, the CNN fiasco, what a mess. CNN really stepped in it, threatening to dox a user because they shared a funny wrestling meme that the president tweeted. I mean, I really don't understand what CNN was doing trying to pick a fight with the interwebs. That's not going to win. You're never going to win that. But I do consider this to be, if you pick a fight with one of us, you pick a fight with all of us. Now, when I say us, this user that shared this information, I guess he's posting racist stuff and vile stuff and anti-Semitic stuff. See, this is the point. CNN was basically trying to say that because the president shared a tweet from somebody who also posted some stuff that you didn't like, that the president is endorsing all of that stuff that you didn't like or something. I'm trying to follow this. It makes no sense to me at all. CNN, the president is threatening violence against... It's wrestling. It's a script. It's acting. It was a picture of the CNN logo on a face, on a head. It's ridiculous. This is not targeting somebody, like I said in my video from yesterday. This isn't Spike Lee tweeting out what he thought was George Zimmerman's address. Turned out it was like 80 or 90-year-old married couple in Florida had to leave with all the harassment and threats and vandalism to their property, which is exactly the dog whistle that CNN was holding over this user's head, this Han asshole Solo on Reddit. And apparently he didn't even create the meme. He did part of it, and then somebody else reformatted it and then added the audio to it and changed it around. So someone else created the thing. So once again, CNN can't even get this one right. But this is just a fascinating story to me because an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. And if you're going to come after us because we're sharing stuff, and then you're going to go into what the person who we shared this stuff from, what they shared it from, and because of that, you're going to try to implicate us like an endorsement of those things, makes no sense. Oh, you can say hi to Shebound. Hi, baby. This adorable little cat. Sorry. Anyhow. Yeah, this is all just madness. Madness from CNN, and it has backfired. So I'm just saying, you got to see the classic, the epic, the amazing memes that I've shared for the New American Media. Instagram.com/TheNewAmericanMedia. The New American Media... What are we? At American_media_ on Twitter. Facebook.com/TheNewAmericanMedia. Patreon.com/TheNewAmericanMedia. And YouTube.com/TheNewAmericanMedia. Look, I check out all those social media posts. I'm not going to work them back into this video because they already exist in a different platform. I'm not going to retell the story, but we've been scouring the interwebs for the funniest stuff, and I think it's hilarious. Oh, do a search for TNAM Humor, TNAM, for The New American Media, TNAM Humor. Request to join the page. It's a private group, and there's a lot of funny stuff. Maybe we'll make that one public. But go ahead and join it. It's really good stuff we're putting out there. But look, 2017, just a few things. Julius Caesar, the Shakespeare in the Park, assassination of President Trump. This is something that's going on right now. Kathy Griffin, formerly employed by CNN, by the way, holding up an ISIS-inspired decapitation video of President Trump's severed head. I didn't see CNN really putting this much effort into finding the actual cause of what happened in Benghazi. We were lied to in that fake news saying that it was because of a YouTube video nobody saw. That was never even remotely true. Fake news from the beginning. I didn't see CNN really digging into Fast and Furious to find out why we were running guns into Mexico, why Border Agent Brian Terry was killed. Didn't see CNN really digging into that one. I mean, all of the protests, part of it, and I explained this to someone else. Someone, oh, you got to go after the maker of that meme, and I laughed at him politely because people that engage with me in some of these groups, they know where I'm coming from. I'll say my piece. I'll be mostly respectful, and I try to have a mostly civil conversation with them. But I just said, you know what? We've been sick of CNN and these MSNBC and these other companies lying to us for a while now. We've been sick of it. For how many years? When the media concocted this story, hands up, don't shoot. Never happened in Ferguson. Never happened. Never had a suspect. All right, hands up, don't shoot, don't shoot. Bang, 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 bang. Execution. Oh my gosh. We need to have riots all across the country and then spread to Baltimore and go all over the place. Never happened. Fake news. We are so frustrated that the media has been allowed, the left-wing media has been allowed to foment these race wars and this nonsense. Just garbage. And in all of these riots and all these, the riot porn, CNN is just as guilty as anybody else, probably the most guilty of being addicted to riot porn. But there's real world ramifications and repercussions to what you've been doing. And we're fed up. We're sick of it. I didn't endorse Trump. I was anti-Clinton, anti-Bush. Never Clinton, never Bush. No more oligarchs. I don't want ruling dynasty families. I didn't want that. That's what I came into this election cycle saying. And I was definitely against Hillary Clinton because there's no more Clinton, no more Bush. So yeah, I did want to see Hillary lose, and when she did, I was ecstatic. I want a restraining order between her and the White House. I think it'd just be a nightmare. But it's an unenviable situation when you have to defend a president that you didn't even endorse. There's plenty of stuff that you can look at policy wise, demeanor, tone, style, delivery, class, a lot of stuff. You can look at President Trump. Very legit criticisms, obviously. Policy, and in general, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. I've been in sales. I've been a bartender. A lot of what I do, I talk. Here I am talking to you. Thanks for watching. Please click subscribe, by the way. That's what I do. I do a lot of talking. So, I can sense a bullshitter. And, Trump just talks until he feels like it accomplished. Look, I get it. There's plenty to not like. But, man, there's some beautiful stuff to like, too. There's some amazing stuff. When I started the New American Media 6 years ago, I didn't really know the course this was headed. I didn't really know the trajectory. But seeing CNN implode with this Russian roulette game on themselves like this, it's more beautiful than I could have hoped for. Now, one of the responses that we're getting in some of our Facebook discussions is, you do know how ratings work, right? You do know that CNN's ratings are through the roof. Aha! Okay. No, I don't know how ratings work. Please tell me. Come on. Yeah, I get it. If it bleeds, it leads. That's the old journalism quote. If it bleeds, it leads. And in yellow journalism has been around for a very long time. William Randolph Hearst and all those guys. It's nothing new. But my response to one of the commenters saying, well, CNN's ratings are through the roof, I go, yeah, but here's the thing. You can shave a sheep 1,000,000 times, but you can skin it only once. You can shave a sheep 1,000,000 times. You can skin it only once. Maybe it's 1,000 times. I don't know. 100 times. I don't know how many coats of wool a sheep can. I never had a sheep, but maybe I will. My life is young. Let's hope. But no, CNN might be temporarily getting some views. But I said people slow down on the freeway to take a look at the train wreck. To take a look at the car crash too. Rubbernecking on a freeway isn't mankind's best moment. Even if you do catch a glimpse of something, why do you want to see why would you want to see that? We slow down to take a look at those things, those car crashes. And this is CNN, that they're jumping the shark. They are skinning this sheep. They're taking the skin right off it. They're losing all their credibility that's left, and they don't have much left because they've been caught lying so many times. staging news, omitting news. Just the laundry list. Go check out Paul Joseph Watson. He did a really good compilation a couple days ago. It's in our Facebook feed. Just if you just scroll down, it was just a brilliant piece. I really don't have time. I don't have the photographic memory to go back for every single time CNN has lied about a story, or Donna Brazile leaking questions from CNN directly to Hillary Clinton to help her win. All the fake polls that showed Hillary was up in every state and she got smashed. Just an electoral college beatdown in this 2016 election. It's fake news across the board. It's nonsense. And I mean, I don't blame them. Kind of. I mean, if you're gonna pick a fight with the interwebs, who do you think's gonna win? So yeah, I'm gonna blame them for that. But the media in general, the legacy media, the dinosaur media, they've had power for far too long. Too much power. Unbridled power. The internet has changed this. It's a game changer. There's no way short of, let's just say, North Korea exploding a couple atomic bombs in our atmosphere to shut down our power grid. If we put it this way, if we have an internet, they lose. And I think they know it. They definitely know it. Television is hemorrhaging subscribers. The fake news sites, all of the cable news. I mean, it's changing. You're getting your information from YouTubers. But now YouTube, they like to censor people. A few months ago with the adpocalypse, they've been censoring people. So if you talk about the news, if you talk about content that's controversial or against the powers that be, well, guess what? You're going to get censored, just like CNN is going to try to dox you if you don't toe the party line. So, look, as long as we have a free and open internet, we're going to have a chance here. We're going to have an opportunity to invent a better future, a better tomorrow. The internet can be better. Journalism can be better. We're adults. Just tell us what's going on. We'll figure it out. And you can have different opinions on the same story. It's like I have some people on the social media sites, Facebook especially, a lot of back and forth on the Facebook pages. But a lot of people, I say they hate follow us. Not a lot. There's a small handful. It's like they want to engage in debate with like Democratic or Progressive Party line, like literally going through the playbook. All right, number 7. Yeah, well, did you know? And it's like, oh man, these people are the worst. But it's okay. It's just it's a tool. It's helping me sharpen my knife a little bit. Make sure that my arguments are on point. It's practice. It's a sparring partner, if you will, in the gymnasium, the boxing training session that I'm going through. Hey, Shiva, where'd you go? Okay, she just jumped out. Anyhow, I think journalism can come out good on the other side, but you can't have CNN threatening to dox people like it's an episode of The Sopranos. You gotta be kidding me. This isn't The Godfather. Make him an offer he couldn't refuse. Putting the horse's head inside of the bed of this Han asshole Solo. It's silly season. This is just nonsensical. I mean, there are legitimate big stories. There are things that I'm probably going to shift and start talking about later this week, next week. A lot of big stuff. The healthcare repeal and replaced. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I just know that I was one of those people who was lied to. I was told, oh, your family is going to, they're going to save $2,500 a year in health insurance. Wrong. No, my premiums doubled. My copay doubled. I lost my doctor. I lost my plan. I lost my hospital. I lost my prescription coverage. Everything about what I had was upended because of former President Barack Obama, who apparently is out there talking in Korea about a temporary lack of U.S. leadership with the Paris Climate Accord. Get out of here. By the way, George Bush, 71 today. George Bush Jr. Does he strike you as a 71-year-old man? I gotta look up and make sure I didn't read that wrong. It was Roman numerals, and I didn't do the math right. I don't know, but they kind of faded off into the sunset, and you got Obama out there just like Jimmy Carter and just like Bill Clinton. Hey, maybe it's time for an Obama global initiative. It's just money laundering scams. It's I don't know, power and control, money and influence, and it's dangerous if unchecked. But yeah. Anyway, back to this, and I'm gonna wrap up here. The Sopranos style of harassment, intimidation. That's the same. That's basically on the same level of madness as the radicals that are gonna kill because you draw a cartoon. People that are so unhinged and fly off the handle. These are the people that will go to a charity baseball game and try to assassinate as many people as possible because I support Bernie Sanders. Okay, good. I'm glad you support Bernie Sanders. Larry David playing Bernie Sanders is absolutely hilarious if you haven't seen it on Saturday Night Live, by the way. But anyway, there is an importance. It is very important that we all shine the disinfecting light of truth onto the cockroaches of fake news. It's survival of the fittest here. Because if it can happen to one person, it can happen to any of us. There's no way around it. Just the mere implication of saying that because well, thanks, buddy. Saying that the president shared something from somebody means that they're endorsing their prior behavior. It's almost like CNN isn't aware that you go swipe, 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 click yes, click, screen save, copy, paste, post. This stuff happens so quick. Now maybe I use social media a little differently than others because I am so active and sharing so many things. What's up, buddy? But yeah, it's quick. Bang, bang, bang. Knock some stuff out. Share some content, share some information. And if they're going to go after one guy for posting what was a funny meme, it was funny. This guy's in the Wrestling Hall of Fame, our president. Like, this is who the country elected. This is the social media age. Oh, tweeting isn't presidential. Was it modern day presidential? That's just the world that we're living in now. Maybe it's Idiocracy. Maybe it's Truman Show. Maybe it's The Matrix, Avatar. I don't know. But all I know is if it can happen to one of them, it can happen to all of us. So we all need to kind of draw our line in the sand and say that's not acceptable behavior to go out and try to dox people. Because guess what happened? The interwebs started doxing the people that work at CNN. You want your address out there? You want that dog whistle to potential violence and harassment and intimidation? You want that thrown on you? Well, then don't start a fight that you're not prepared to finish. It was ridiculous. It was stupid. CNN, you should issue an apology. I would love to see your official apology on this one. Because coming from a dude who's been covering current events and tapped into to the news and the media as long as I can remember. I mean, it's hard to say there's a new low, but this is a pretty bad screw up, CNN. This is pretty bad. So I would love to see your official apology. Because you've jumped the shark. You've skinned the sheep. Because we're not sheep anymore. We have other options to dig into more information than the things that you're censoring away from us and the garbage you're trying to force feed us. Those days are over. So if nothing else good comes from the Donald Trump presidency, we've shined the disinfecting light of truth onto the fake news that we've been spoon-fed, we've been force-fed for far too long. So for that, Mr. President, thank you very much. Coming up, riots over with the G20. We got anti-capitalists or anti-globalists. We got to figure out, because those are not mutually exclusive terms. Those can be very different, and there can be some overlap, but that's happening. You have the president meeting with Putin. It's going to get very interesting tomorrow, but really, in a media age that spins so fast, out of control. Things happen at the drop of a hat. Do I have to do that for? No, careful. I'm punching buttons. No, but things can happen really quick, so you need to be aware of what's going on. And if you're following us on social media, that's going to be one of the best ways. So I already gave it to you: YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, Twitter. I don't know what else did I say. Nah, not so much Snapchat or Periscope. Um, but follow us, because and tag us on stuff. Alert us to stories that you think are important. Join our Agree to Disagree group on Facebook. Agree to Disagree show. If you like sports, like the Indians, the Unhappy Hour sports show. That's another good group on Facebook. Got a lot of groups. So if you join the team and you start leaving some comments and you start engaging in the mostly civil banter that we do, we'll invite you to the other groups too. So hope you see us. Hope you see our content. Hope we get to see you and read your content. And we're just going to continue this conversation next time something strikes our fancy. But unless there's some new developments, I'm going to be done talking about this CNN story, this particular one. But please go look at the archive of what we shared over the past 2 days. Absolutely incredible. Special thank you to everybody who's been tagging and sending us stuff. It's like every post is better than the last. So anyway, signing out for now. Talk to you again soon. Take care. Peace.